I really hate reviewing chapters when the spoilers are already out. I mean, it's not like it changes anything. My opinions about the chapter are still gonna be more or less the same, unless if it's a cliffhanger chapter that has a resolution in the next chapter. But it's just that takes away a certain aspect of speculating for the future. So because I know what's going to be discussed or referred to. Like you may not be able to read Japanese, but you generally get the vibes, or you can kind of tell what's going to happen. But anyways, complaining about not being able to speculate for the next chapter, the aside, let's get into this chapter, which is the Four Nights of the Apocalypse chapter 99, the words I couldn't say. Also, narrators, the real young, blah, 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 let's get into it. So, yeah. We first start with a page that's actually what's happening in the story right now, with a different point of view from how Macduff Stroke, well, is sold. It's technically, I mean, like, what is it? It's Jade. We all know it's Jade. Jade. I mean, for last chapter, we even had like a through hand, and Isolde hair is completely fine in the back. But yeah, anyways, the narrator is then like, the attack from the blind man's Master Macduff strikes without mercy, which I think is a confirmation that indeed Macduff is blind. I think it was kind of debatable in the last chapter, but here it's confirmed. Although to be fair, he has no pupils, but I think blind people do have pupils. It's just they are like I think they're just blurry or faded out. I'm not like certain. It's surprised I don't interact with that many blind people, but I think you can actually they still actually do have pupils. By everything we have Nero saying, "What is Isolde and the other's fate?" Well, we know she's fine. Just me, who the hell was reading the last chapter and thought, "Oh, it was Isolde. It was Isolde. It was Isolde." Like, no lore from the actual world. Just like, who thought it was gonna be Isolde, the one who's gonna like kick the bucket first? Like who? I don't think anyone. But anyways, then we get to the flank number 2 of the chapter, as we have a flashback to the Trishan platoon. Which honestly I was expected to happen, like they were really building up and referring to the past between the Tristan platoon. So there's not real surprise here that we're getting a chapter about them. Well, a flashback about them. As then we have um, Isolde, I want to say, saying, Isolde's gonna marry Prince Charming someday. Or maybe Jade. I'm thinking that's Sola like talking in the third person, since I believe children in Japan have nothing with their talking into themselves in the third person. Like you know that Hina from One Piece, her joke is the fact she talks she refers to herself like a child. So yeah, she's a grown ass woman. But yeah, I think that's what's going on here. As then we have Chi on there. She has more like a calm, kind of emotionless expression face now. Is like, no way, not a commoner like you. Referring to Isolde, as then we see that Isolde is actually normal size as a child. Like she's about the same size as Shion, if not a bit smaller. But yeah, I guess despite her being a commoner, she's at least hanging out with Shion a lot. That which to be fair was referred to, which goes the same for Jade, which now makes me wonder if Jade and Isolde have parents who are like very high up with guild fund or on the same or connected to guild fund or something, because why would else it we can interacting with one another. And then it was saying, but Isolde's father is not Holy Knight under your father, right? So yeah, like I said, the ship was very high up. As then we have Chion telling her, that doesn't matter, a commoner's a commoner. I mean, it does matter depending on how high ranking and how what kind of achievements the person has. Again, it's not an or be all, but all right. I'm pretty sure that if you accomplish something significant, you get to become a noble kind of thing. I think that's really common, so it's not impossible. And to be fair, you could, although now I think about that, also could also fall under the like marriage thing if there's like no daughter, so you could probably marry, I think, a high-ranking noble from the land, and yeah, I think we've all seen enough Disney and fantasy shows where at least there's, I think everyone has seen like this one when a noble, well, commoner was given a rank of noble because of some kind of other reason. But I was have Chian telling her, "Oh, and I don't want to marry you, even if I'm just a noble." As then we have Isola sticking her tongue and tells Jian, Isola, stay wouldn't would just turn you down. So yeah, it's not like she's even referring to Cheon. I think he thought that she was referring to him because they're hanging out a lot, but nope, she's just I wouldn't even when I asked you. But yeah, although it does make me wonder how many nobles are in Lioness now. But yeah, and we have Jade was he's like just kind of swinging his sword and just kind of jumping around. He's like, "What's so great about Prince Charming to you anyway?" And then he's hopping around. And then we have Jade, who's a bit more bit more punkish. He's like, Prince Charming can't do or get anything without his servants. I bet he can't even wipe his own butt. I am kind of wondering if he's referring to uh, Tristan or someone else at this point. As then we have Jade asking Chian, right? As I have Chian in bed like, yes, I can. Since Chian's supposed to be Nova, and he could be used as a point of view. As they have Isola showing her book, as she's opening her book, she's like, Jade, you liar! That's not what it says in the book at all. So yeah, which to be fair is probably a fairy tale book. And then we have Isola saying, Prince Charming is always lovely and brave, and when his princess is in trouble, he's always there to protect her. And she kind of hugs the book. So yeah, she's basically again, these are children in this time period. Although to be fair, it's either that much more mature as adults. It's just they're physically yes, but mentally a bit more. They're able to process things a little bit better, but still not really that much. Anyways, then we have I think Xian saying like, "Let's just go home. A scary monster's gonna get us." Although that could also be Sole. As there we have they were saying, "Is there really such a thing of a monster?" And shit also, yeah, there is. Dradrin, his father was cursed by one a long time ago, which I think is a cap that was referenced before. I think it's Gion's cousin, the the girl that was the muscular girl in the side the story with Meliodas and Gilfan drinking. But yeah, as then we have JB. I don't need to be Prince Charming to protect you. So yeah, well maybe not Prince Charming, but you do need to be a fucking grown up to be able to defeat a monster. As then we cut it sometime later, as then we see a giant monster attacking. As then we have all of them screaming and running. What the fuck did you guys do to piss it off? With this one just seems to be like a lizard, just oversized dinosaur lizard mixture. As then we saw it be like, yeah, it's the monster! As then we have Jay also like, that's no monster, it's a dragon! Yeah, shit. Yeah, same, different shit, the same results, dude. Like they're still running from it, and she was also which why doesn't Jian have his servants with him or any kind of protection light? Like why you guys walking out alone? As there we have Jian telling us what this is, as he's like, that's the Mars dragon from the book my father wrote. It says it lives alone in the forest and can eat a whole ilk in a single bite. Thanks for the information, Jian. And then we have JP like, less talking, more running, which is true. And then we have it's just saying, "Hey Jay, get it!" Oh, maybe that's his soul there. Or to be fair, I think that's Mochion. As then we have Jay as well, right? That's crazy talk. And then we see them like jumping over a hill or falling a hill. As then they all kind of like fall down. As they're like, what? As then Jay be like, is everybody okay? As they have his soul be like, is Sole gonna die here? As Jim's like, oh. And then they are all rising up as they are covered in shadow. As we have the monster going down to eat them whole. As they all kind of go for a hug to, as Jade is screaming as he's on top of them because I guess physically, combat wise, will probably be the strongest from them at this point. As they're all ready, we see a big clash and then we see a couple of we see three people walking with one being carried. Being so, she's like, she has her eyes halfway open as it's then closed again. As we have Jay telling her, "I sold it. I'm sorry." As then and we are keeping very vague on what's going on, so I think we can all guess what's going to be the reveal. As then we have Isobe like, Jade's back. It's so warm. But we see the person in front of her has a bit more of a hair. As then we have the drag Majra being on the ground, be like, eh. I'm not sure if it's down, just knocked out. As then we have Chion saying, thank you, or maybe that's Jade, be like, thank you for saving his soul day. There we see Jade crying as he kind of whips away. As there we see someone else is carrying his on his back, and Jade's like, that wasn't it. As you see Jade sniffling, is like, because you hurt and didn't remember anything, I told you a lie. So basically, it's referring to the last chapter where it's sold when Jade was lying about, oh, that's what happened. As we see the reveal in the other chapter is that actually it was Tristan who saved them as he was carrying Isolde on his back as well. Again, where the servants here? I mean, I know Trisha can keep himself safe. I mean, he literally just defeated a monster in it, but come on, where are the servants? As we see Jane saying, the one who protected you wasn't me. You met the real Prince Charming, referring to Tristan here. So, considering without her knowing that she was saved by Tristan, she's still, well, was falling in love with him more, which kind of stings less, but still. As Jade just saying, I'm just a liar. Uh, to be fair, it's not you. You almost revealed it today, but still not. And now you won't even be able to. And then we have Isola shocked as we see the hand that went through. As then we see that the hand was almost at Isola's chest. Yes, that close. As we see, it was actually through just Jade's stomach completely. As we get an epic shot of how this actually looks like, which is something I feel like we all have expected. As then we have epic, oh, that's far too deep. As then we have Jade being smiling because he realized what's going to happen, since McDuff has an explosion in his hand, and then McDuff also realizes where's the spot. As he turns to the other arm, as he sees like a bit of a glow from his soul's magic, as then it completely boom, just goes boom, and that sends Jade into his soul, right in the chest area. Uh, it sends, I think, McDuff a bit into the wall, and it also cracks a bit as he gets hit by it and falls down. As they would just see Anne just kind of taking it because she was in that close facility. It's like, ugh. As then we have the sound from the explosion, as like I can hear sounds. My voice is back too. So he's also kind of, well, what more made you think that? And was it perhaps the fact that he attacked you? True. But everything I've saw like Anne, as in Anne looks to Sol and Jade. As then we have Isolde telling Anne, "What do we do? Jade's not breathing." He's that. As then Isolde saying, "His bleeding won't stop." Yes, because he's that. As then we have Isolde telling him, "Jade, wake up!" Like I said, Isolde's barely go older than a child in terms of personality. Well, yeah, personality. Anyways, then we have Isolde saying, "Speak to me!" And you gotta love how realistic this would look like how realistic to what Nakama draws these things sometimes. Like, it's not even just fan service, it's just how this is how legit realistic this would look like. From angle and everything. If you know what I mean, you probably have to shove at this point. As if I'd be like, as I see Jade's bleeding on the chest. As if it's all putting Jade closer to her. She's like, please, Jade, I'll go on a date with you. Come on, that was it that you always wanted to say. Please tell me. And she's panicking. As then we have then the right translator is like, nah, that's a pity date. Stay that, brosk, which is true. I mean, it was just gonna be like a date. What's of a date? As they start screaming, Jade, open your eyes! As we see Jade's hand not even twitching, completely over. As they have having remembering her, I guess, mother's death, as Anne's like, "Mother, open your eyes," which is what something that she was probably saying, which makes me wonder how things went. I believe it was confirmed Jade Anne's mother is a holy knight of Camelot, so I do wonder if, well, no, she's sick. No, Anne is 16, so she would be born after the Holy War. But to be fair, you could make because there was still some kind of, little demons still rampaging around. I mean, I think that's what happened with Outback, so maybe we'll see. As if Anne being like, Isolde, Jade's already. And I start screaming, "Please, Anne, call for situation at once! Hurry, hurry!" And then you see Anne just walking, but she's not like running. She's just kind of like, it's pointless. As then we have Anne about to start crying, like, ugh. Because again, like she realizes what's going on. Like this isn't even like she's doing it because Isola told her, and breaking it down to her now would just be kind of like, kind of oil put salt on the wound. She's not heartless, if you know what I mean. But she knows that things are not looking that the results. But then immediately as she's walking away, we see Macduff standing up. She notices that as she sees Macduff getting up. So yeah, Macduff's time to speak. Damn, I can concentrate on my magic with all this pain. But no matter, I can beat you brats easily without magic. I mean, to be fair, it's not like magic actually helps you that much in most situations. Hell, this is more like a magic developing for moment for him. But yeah, like that's I think like the only reason why this possibly this magic can speak canceling was revealed or given to Macduff. But yeah, so and I will honestly yeah, I'll enjoy some more versions, but still. And you have Anne being like, "Why are you doing this?" As Macduff's like, "What?" And then have Anne's we get a close up shot of Anne's face, which I think is just normal. It's not changing or anything. But we do have her uh, voice, well, the bubble that's for speaking in inverted colors. As then we have Anne be like, "Answer me." As then Macduff be like I need to answer to a girl like. I think he's covered, but then he suddenly gets hit by something, or his body starts to feel something. As we see, also we get Macduff lost his arm. I feel like that was pretty obvious, but still, as we have him falling on his knees, as Macduff like what? As if and be like, answer me. It better be something Jake would be satisfied with. We serve a different kingdom, and I was ordered to murder the four knights. I think that's a good enough reason. That's literally my job description, lady. Also, this is another one of those panels. It's realistic. It makes sense. This is one of those things you cannot change, but you gotta love the angle. But still, it's kind of fun because again, this is like a serious moment. As if Macduff being like, prattling little wench, as he probably puts the pieces together. The reason why he's falling down right now is because of her magic. I think he falls to the ground completely, like very good, like that Jumapa when the cap doesn't even move, but the other one is completely just defeated. As they have Macduff falling on the ground, which Anna seems to also be pushing him back a bit, or pushing him down a bit. As Macduff's like, "What is this? I can't move. I'm so happy. It's like I'm becoming a mountain." As then we have Anne and Isolde starting to sense magic again. As then, I guess the two actually do have some form of censoring. I think everyone has censoring magic, but there are people who have a superior one, or there are ones that have inferior ones. Like, I can't see people who are just like straight up brute fighters with magic that just destroys more be the best censors. Anyways, I then we have and be like, I feel it. Is there so it's like everyone's magic that we couldn't sense before. As then we have Percy and Donnie running towards them because they see a soul, Anne and Soul as they are. As Percy's like, it's this way. Anne's and the others magic. As then we have Percy like, Anne. As then we have Anne running towards Percy as she goes for a hug. Like, oh, are we already doing this today? I'm kidding, but he's a bit surprised by it. As the other ones run past them, as we have Donnie, Chion, and Asians looking at as they realize what's going on here. As we see this white panel where we have Isolde carrying Jade, well, holding Jade, as they will have Donnie, Nazians, and Chion stopping as Anne's there with Percival hugging him, which is a very good, nice moment. As they have Nair saying, a threat of the Night of Chaos has passed, but the price of the battle is too steep. Like, legitimately, he literally killed Jade. Something that barely ever happens. I mean, and McDuff, remember, McDuff isn't even like a super powerful, high-ranking one. He's just a monetary more powerful. Hell, next chapter we're even gonna find out that some of his feats here won't even be because of his own strength, but because of a booster he got. But yeah, they literally lost one of their own. As we have there, say, an unspeakable sadness envelops this place. Next issue will have a colored center page to celebrate 100 chapters, which again, like, amazing. Kind of makes me wonder if the reason why we had then a couple didn't take a break for, even though he had his illness, which was apparent a couple chapters ago, is because of the 100 chapter thing. Because next chapter is gonna be a break. As there we have to be continued chapter 100, Flames of Reminiscence. And those flames are very accurate, to say the least. We who have seen the spoilers, anyway. It's not gonna spoil now, but yeah, you can see the flames. So yeah, this is a nice chapter. I mean, it was pretty much just, I feel like Nail Side and Stone is gonna be killed. And the next one just kind of like confirming it, essentially. I mean, to be fair, there's still a possibility, like you can never wrote out a way for characters to come back and all, but the way it's done here, it's pretty much just supposed to be, yeah, Jade is dead, the threat is kind of done with, which is kind of funny, the demons haven't even, done anything yet. But still, it's kind of like an ending thing. I am not expecting this arc to have a bunch more. Maybe like a chapter 2 to Lance and Gawain beating the demons, but that's about it. So yeah, this is the end. Or it's a solid chapter. Nothing really all that like. It's a solid goodbye to Jade. Like Jade, I mean, people are gonna like Jade because he's, I feel what other people would consider the most likable member of the Trisha platoon, apart from Jason himself. But it's kind of just, you have to add in a respectable manner. I mean, again, these characters will not have the same non-caring reactions as we might have. We might have to certain characters that don't have much screen time. But this like literally Jade might as well be this arc only character because of how little he's actually had significance when they were in Lyones. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this chapter. I hope you like this reaction. I hope you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.